Hey there team, and welcome to a pretty quick 5 versus 3 on the Cardolan outpost. I say pretty quick because we're at 33,000 frames, which I don't know, I suppose that's not too bad for Cardolan outpost. It's more just because of a 5v3 scenario that makes me wonder. I really like the look of that. You really don't see the Skeletron formation getting used all that much. I don't really see the point in it, but it'd be really cool if MSQ can do something with it. It looks nice, if nothing else, just with these little Dunlending Clansman forces, the banners in the centre. We'll start over on the far side here. What we have is something quite interesting. We have 5 Isengard armies on the attack up against 3 Mirkwood forces. So Isengard and Mirkwood are definitely two factions that I think are an interesting matchup. Isengard's got some decent armor to shrug off those arrow hits a little bit, but also Isengard's main range power comes from their crossbows, which Mirkwood doesn't really wear too much armor. So we'll see how this goes. Stewed Balrog is over here on the, well, south. He's got his Nazgul here with the general inside the unit, Berserkers, Trolls of the White Hand, Uruk-hai archers, good for soaking up a lot of fire. He's taken some crossbows, Uruk-hai infantry battle line there, which is solid, and then the pikes. In addition to that, some raiders and some clansmen, but not too many clansmen from Stewed Balrog today. Yeah, fair enough. I would probably go for an army quite similar to that. Definitely the pikes are where you're going to be having your main power over Mirkwood. Then Newbie 1 over here, he's got his Uruk-hai infantry, some Nazhai, Trolls of the White Hand. Dunlending Berserkers here with an armor upgrade? No, I thought they might have. Uruk-hai Raiders, lots more Uruk-hai Raiders for him. Snaga Skirmishers, yeah, they would be a definite pick for me. Uruk-hai Archers, Clansmen, Baneguard, Pikes, and some crossbows actually. Okay, cool. MSQ here in the centre, he's got his Champions of the White Hand. I think it's good that somebody's taking some wargs. Not everybody. When you're in a 5v3 scenario, you definitely don't want everybody to be grabbing a unit of melee cavalry, but it's good that somebody has. He's got his Nazhai there. Guards of the Orthanc. That's pretty cool. Trolls of the White Hand again. Dunlending Veterans. Snaga Skirmishers. Crossbowmen. Uruk-hai Archers, and then the Clansmen. So MSQ's a very heavy human focus, which is quite nice for, and then he's also got the Ballista. So MSQ is kind of human, and I suppose you could say support factor here. Wilbo, he's got some trolls. I really need to blow my nose. I'll get it done at some point soon. Wilbo has taken the trolls, champions, guards of Orthanc, pikes, Uruk-hai infantry battle line, Dunlending veterans, quite a lot of Dunlending veterans there, Snaga skirmishers, half-orc spear guard, clansmen, and Uruk-hai archers. And then lastly for the attackers, we got Pharaoh. Nazhai there. Uruk-hai infantry mixing it up with the Uruk-hai pikes. Very sturdy phalanx. Trolls of the White Hand again. Snaga skirmishers. Crossbows. Dunlending clansmen mixed up with some skirmishers there. So yeah, no major disagreements with all the armies on the attack today. I think every one of them has, some good sense to them. So, I think that the defenders will definitely have their work cut out for them. We've got a few well-known players here. MSQ, of course, Newbie 1. Over on that far side, who was that again? That was, Stewed Balrog's been around for quite a bit of time. Wilbo even, and Pharaoh. I've been seeing, Pharaoh's a bit newer, but I've been seeing him pop up quite a bit. So, yeah, hopefully we'll have some quite experienced players on the defense. Last time we were here, we had a player play as Mirkwood, and they actually managed to pull off a really interesting ambush strike on the attacking forces. So Mirkwood with 3 Mirkwood armies, we'll see if anybody's going to be doing that. We're going to stay at 1 speed for now until we see some firing going off, because there's usually a grace period on Cardolan Outpost, and I forgot to ask MSQ if they were doing the same today. First defender here, Tommy Wiseau. Okay, great. Yeah, so we got Tommy on the defense, so we know this should be going okay. He's really gone all out for the armor upgrades. It's Hiriek, Hirioth, Hiripeng, which when you're in a 3v5 scenario, you've got a fair bit of money to spend. Eldar Council there. Hiri Lang with an armor upgrade. I really like that. Ents, Elder Council again, Hirioth, Hiripeng, and Hiriek there. everything with an armor upgrade so far. Elders of the Elven King, I don't think they can actually receive an armor upgrade. That's their maximum level. But the Elven King Isengard have been given one. So Tommy Wiseau is going all out for elite forces. He's probably got some Woodland Realm Patrol hiding around that we'll see pop up in time. His first ally here is Unknown Soldier. Good, another well-known player. Blades of Emendure. Blades of Emendure. Dweir. Should say Dweir. Hiriek there with an armor upgrade. He's already gone more militia-focused by the looks of things. And the Vengeful one. Great, cool. Yep, that's I'm pretty comfortable with the matchups here. I was worried that we'd have 3 newbies on the defense, and that would be really quite scary. Hiriek there. Ballista coming up. Ballista is probably going to get outshot by the Isengard Ballista, but we can hope Vengeful one's going to be careful with it, I'm sure. Woodland Realm Patrol opening fire. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna slow on down for now, because we do not seem to have a grace period. We're really going for it. Woodland Realm Patrol and more Woodland Realm Patrol here, who are currently bunched up. They need to maybe spread out. Moving further back, we do have some bows of Emendure. And Elder Council mixed up with a bit of Woodland Realm Axemen and Hiri Ping. Interesting, we've not got any Lancers, I'm seeing. Elders of the Elven King standing their ground up there, and then nothing back inside of the fortress yet. So there could be some... Cinder of the Girdle, good. I'm glad we're seeing one of them, just because you can do a good bit of damage here. And since the attackers only really have 1 unit of melee cavalry, it might be an amazing unit of melee cavalry, but it's still only one of them. So we'll get up to 1 time speed. Yeah, as I say, those champions of the White Hand would definitely beat the Sindar in a nice organized 1v1, but they probably won't be able to get that. Isengard Ballista is already looking for a target. That's why this bridge is so, well, land bridge is so lightly defended, just because of how much damage the Ballista could do to it. As I say, oftentimes the Isengard Ballista is banned on Cardolan Outpost. I really don't like to ban units or weapons and stuff like that. It's not really how I like to play, and I think Reforged really is constructed with a lot of care to make it quite balanced. But sometimes people do put in special restrictions, and Cardolan Outpost is one place where you can often see the Ballista getting banned. Pharaoh's coming over there with his Dunlending clansmen, but they are going to get torn apart by the Hiriek. Tommy Wiseau is holding his fire on this position, though. For the time being, Greenwood Rangers popped up. I suspect we'll have 3 units of Rangers on the defending side today. Dunlending clansmen leading the way over here as well. The issue is Tommy could just tear these people apart on the bridge, but if he moves up onto the bridge, then those Uruk-hai archers will start to shoot at him, which is not really what he wants. But to be honest, if somebody's going to take those shots, I'd maybe be willing to have it be the Hiriek with that armor upgrade, because they should be able to shrug off a lot of that damage. Just a bit of pot shots here. But as I say, Mirkwood does not really wear much armor. They really rely on their accuracy and their just absolute ranged superpowers to be winning them skirmish engagements. So they sort of kill the enemy before they are killed. Whereas, say, humans rely on armor and a nice big shield on their back to win skirmish fights. Looks like the Vengeful one is trying to go for that Ballista, but looks like it's out of range. So he's kind of just hiding up against there and really not taking much damage from those archers. This is a good move, because right now MSQ is just kind of using up a lot of ammunition, and well, he is actually scoring quite a few hits, to be honest. I'd maybe be willing to maybe drop the equipment and just hide here, so that when I was ready to fire, you run back on and you jump on the equipment. Gosh, these Dunlending clansmen have been torn apart by arrow fire. But, as I say, that's kind of what MSQ wants. He's just sort of using up ammunition, but at the same time, yeah, it is attacking forces being wiped out. Currently at 2% for 1%. Okay, we're lagging a little bit as these Greenwood Rangers are just tearing rakes through the attacking forces of Wilbo. The bridges are just terrifying for that. But over here, some of these Snaga skirmishers have actually made their way forward close enough to start throwing off javelins at the defenders. Maybe not too many. A few of them kind of... Okay, no. Yep. He just took out an elf. He just sort of paid for himself 10 times over with that one javelin. So yeah, good stuff. Dunlending clansmen really trying to pierce in there, but probably not going to be making too much ground up against the Blades of Emendweir. Especially backed up by the Hiri Lang. But the Hiri Lang are not really something you want to be taking Uruk-hai Archer Fire. Lacking that shield, they can really go down quick. Even with that armor upgrade that they've been given. More Archer Fire from the attackers here. This is really, they're just going to be relying on the numbers of archers they brought today. They're really going to be doing their killing power with their crossbows. So, as I say, even with Mirkwood being very lightly armored, as a rule, it's they're still going to be going down pretty badly if they take some crossbow fire to the face. So those Uruk-hai archers are really just there to take shots and possibly weaken down the enemy line a little bit. The Ballista's moved over, which is interesting. You usually do see the Ballista coming over that land bridge, but I don't blame him for this. If he can land some good shots into here, really sort of help out those Dunlending veterans, then that could be good. And it really is stopping Unknown Soldier and Tommy from being able to back up this line with as many forces as they would really be wanting to. Ents are being used nice and early. I really hope this Ent down here in the water is not getting bugged out, because every Ent is going to count in this defense. Javelins coming forward. As I say, I'm sure they'd be wanting to hit the Ents, but anything will be good. Getting some side shots going on here from Tommy. As the Trolls of the White Hand are coming forward. Good, we might be able to see some monstrous units clashing with monstrous units. But no, Tommy is not taking that fight, and he's going to be falling back with his Ents. And his infantry too. The start of Cardolan Outpost is always going to be pretty grindy, as the Dunlending veterans are just pushing forward. It's very unusual to have a situation where the humans are the meat shields for orcs, but that is kind of the case with Uruk-hai. It's very tough to beat the Uruk-hai infantry. They've sort of almost broken through. As you can see, these routing men have managed to make it. I think he is going to come in for one quick charge. I don't know, I would kind of want to. I don't think that they'll return, but, you know, if they did, that could be pretty frustrating. The land bridge is getting pushed now, just by Dunlending clansmen, but it is something we have got contact going on all fronts, which is smart. As I say, it's usually a good idea to push every avenue of attack when you're coming in. But these Blades of Emendweir and even the Hiri are not going to be able to hold out long if those Trolls of the White Hand get committed. Ah, good. Some more Blades of Emendweir and some Elven King Palace Guard are coming forward. Hey, if those Trolls of the White Hand try to jump on in and then the Palace Guard get their number, they will be screwed. They will just be done. And there is nothing here that can really even remotely challenge the Palace Guard. So this is a very bold and early use of an exceptional unit, especially giving them that armor upgrade. Normally it's 50 to give a unit an armor upgrade, but to give the Palace Guard an upgrade, it's actually 70. So that's, you know, he's spent even more money than we may think. These guys had to run through some archers, and they've been dropped down to 13, so they're definitely not coming back. And doesn't look like these other units are either. A unit of Hirioth coming from the side, just still trying to bottle this position up, but the Trolls have pushed on through. And Sindar of the Girdle could do a good charge here, actually, but those Bows of Emendweir need to get out of the way. What about this side? The Trolls have been committed over here too. This is great, but it is just going to mean that the Trolls are out of action for the later stages. We've got the Ents smashing away with the Trolls now. Could this be a nice little... let's grab something. Let's grab some shots here. Yeah, I'm sure we can make something like that work. Got the river in the background. It's nice. Yeah, good stuff. But still, Pharaoh has pushed his Trolls in deep, stopped these guys from firing. And there's very little sort of AP on this front line. Elven King Palace Guard are coming forward. Once again, this is a nice early use of them, but they will tear through the Trolls without issue. But with the crossbows menacingly just hovering over there, this could they could get some good shots onto the Palace Guard and take them out, or really hurt them. The Ents look like they're kind of... yeah, only 2 Ents left. So it's kind of just deleting the monstrous units off each other over there. Over here, the Trolls of the White Hand are not faring as well. They've started to take some losses. The infantry are holding their ground. And Wilbo seems to just be suffering a lot of routing over here from his units. But they are all quite small by the time they rout. Isengard's morale is really not too bad, even the little Dunlending boys. Woodland Realm Patrol, it's a very thin defense, but it's a very elite defense over here. Are the trolls actually coming forward toward the Palace Guard? That's not a fight I would take if I was Stewed Balrog. Oh, yeah, it looks like he is sort of coming in toward the. No, he's definitely going for the Palace Guard. Oh, that could turn out very messy very quickly for those guys. But we have some crossbow fire. Yep, crossbow fire has got these Palace Guard in their sights, and they, yeah, if the trolls can just hold them there for a while, then the Palace Guard will be dropping like flies. Although saying that, the crossbows are taking a lot of firepower. If I got a good shot on those Champions of the White Hand, I would probably take it. They've got very decent armor, but taking them out would just give you the full cavalry advantage. You know that there's nothing that can really challenge your Sindar at that point. And you know that when the enemy do push across the bridges, you can just black them to pieces with cavalry charge after cavalry charge. Which is very helpful. Hurioth, kind of, yeah, those trolls stood. I guess trolls of the White Hand are very good at just standing their ground. Oh dear. What caused that? Yeah, okay, cool. We didn't see the strike, but we did hear the burning afterward. And that Isengard Ballista is still doing really quite well. These Eldar Council still with their ammunition. What are we at right now? 35 for 20. That is what is to be expected though in this scenario for the attackers. And as I say, the attackers have just lost so much of their fodder here. Pharaoh is putting in his Uruk-hai infantry now, which they will definitely be a much better matchup for the men of Mirkwood, or the Elves of Mirkwood. But they are still just a step above everything, as elves are. And if we have a look back here, Pharaoh's he's sending forward his pikes, but those pikes are going to be shot to pieces if there's still ammunition over there. That is the issue with relying on pikes in this scenario, but he is advancing. Oh, the Warden's Vamon Lank. Yeah, it's definitely not what he wants to be shooting at, but I'm sure they're far worse targets for the Wardens of Vamon Lank. With their AP arrows, they really want to be going for elite units, I feel, but those pikes can do a tremendous amount of damage to Mirkwood, because of course Mirkwood lacks phalanxes of their own. These bows of Emendur have been firing away quite nicely. They've got that little tiny height advantage, which just allows them to stand, you know, right behind a battle line and shoot just over the top of it, which I really do appreciate. I think it's a cool strategy that people use. We've got the Uruk-hai pikemen coming over here now too. So they seem to be getting sent on in, and they're having some success, even if they are getting shot to pieces. These men are routing this way. It's funny, if you break from that bridge, you route down here. If you break from here, you route over this way. But over here, the Mirkwood forces are holding still. The Ents had to be sent forward to deal with these trolls of the White Hand. The Palace Guard didn't kill them as quickly as I thought, but I guess the Palace Guard have just been taking a lot of losses from crossbow fire. Shots coming up and over from the Elders of the Elven King, which once again, this is something that most archers just should never do. But these exceptional accuracy elves are able to get away with stuff like this. Lothlorien and of course the elites of Mirkwood can just sort of shoot up and over, and you can guarantee some decent hits. What happened to that ballista anyway? Oh, it's still oh, that's a shame. Vengeful One just sort of sent two of his ballista bolts slamming into the ground there. I think, can we see it? Is that no? That's a weapon. I thought, oh no, I think that was the bolt in the ground there. But it looks like some more archers, some Hiri Peng. Ah, good. There they are. They were over here a second ago. Some of the shots are going into the ground, but most of them are landing half decently. I'd maybe want to get these guys out of that position and replace them with the Hiri Peng though, if I was the Vengeful One, just because that's a much nicer position for my archers. Elder Council showing great restraint with their javelins there, waiting for something a bit better. The Guards of Orthanc coming forward now, and they're actually having some good success on the front line. Their armor really keeping them safe from the high damage attacks that they're taking from Mirkwood, but the lack of AP is really just what's faltering here. But I suspect that will will sort itself out. The Guards of Orthanc just don't have the killing power to really make this work. They can hold the line very well. That's an Isengard general. Yep, that was, it looks like Wilbo's general was mixed in with the Guards of Orthanc, so he's gone down. Guards of Orthanc with their decent morale, though, they'll hold. What we got over on the other bridge. This push is actually having victory in some points, but not much. The Wardens of Amon Lank have come forward. They're massive axes, really able to crack down into the heavy armor of the Uruk-hai. But if they're going to be getting outranged by the pikemen, then it's all for nothing. We could do with more archer fire over here, but the elders of the Elven King have had to come forward. I really appreciate how Mirkwood have been using their elite units early and often in this way. We're at 54 for 34. This is starting to get a bit scary for the attackers, I feel. You know, yes, it's perfectly fine. It's very natural to be a bit behind, but this is dicey. But kind of is what you would expect when you're fighting Mirkwood, I suppose. Of course, unlike in medieval, in Warhammer, where the balance of power takes into account the ammunition supplies, that's not taken into account in medieval too. So a lot of this power that Mirkwood has been used up because they've just been shooting away. The Ents are actually pushing deep behind enemy lines here, which is quite interesting. As I say, those champions of the White Hand could maybe come in for a few charges, but and just wipe them out. But those Ents have an anti-cavalry bonus, and that could get messy real quick. These Guards of Orthanc have come forward, but I think they are the target of these javelins. Is that where they're coming into, or are they shooting over their heads? They're coming over their heads. They're coming into... I think it was maybe the champions of the White Hand. I know MSQ is really trying to make a break here, and he's actually really close to doing it. He's done it. He's got some boys through, but as good as these champions are, if they get countercharged by the Cinder, yeah, that was a very slow countercharge, but it was a countercharge of sorts. The champions, I think, would still win that fight, but they're behind enemy lines right now, and those Eldar Council are going to either javelin them or take out their spears. This one heroic troll is coming in to try and stop that, though. Is that MSQ's troll, or is that's Wilbo's troll? What the hell? Wilbo's run all the way over here to support this action. But those champions of the White Hand, yeah, you can see just the real killing power there of the champions. They were able to just deal with so many. But the Sindar are on their tail, and if the Sindar just get a few rear charges on them, and a few of this high damage Elven infantry, and those Ents coming in too, I think the champions' days are numbered. But it will pull some attention away from the front lines. Poor old Wilbo over here is done. He has expended everything he's got, which is certainly not a dig on him. It's very good that he's shown that sort of commitment to the cause. Over here, Pharaoh has taken it a little bit slower. He's still got his Uruk-hai Berserkers to send forward, and his Naz-hai behind that. Yep, so he's still got his Uber Elites, but those Uruk-hai Berserkers, if there's any more archer fire to come at them, those Uruk-hai Berserkers are going to be dropping like flies. The pikemen have organized themselves, but it's just those wardens that are tricky to get through, and it seems to be a struggle right now for the pikes to actually reach the front line to get through all of their Uruk-hai infantry brothers and actually engage properly. These bows of Emenduir are out of ammunition, but when the enemy do break through these positions, they can come in for some low damage charging just over and over again. Is this Wilbo's troll again? Cheaper's sake, is Wilbo's troll. Yeah, no, the Rangers are just going to get together and just slice that thing down, surely. He can't have... He must be on his last wound at this point. Everybody else is dead. He's been running around everywhere, so no, he has to go down soon. Those champions are still alive, though, which is amazing to me. They're routing, and there's 7 of them. I think they're going to get away, though, and they will definitely come back. Whether or not these last 2 get away, so there's 6 of them. And I think that's his general is in that unit. I'm not seeing him, though. No, definitely not. It would be a bit crazy to have put your general in that unit. Over on this side, the Huriek holding the line still, but trolls, and once these pikemen get organised, I think the land bridge is finally going to be breaking, and we are seeing the attackers climbing back up very rapidly. Elder Council there, See, yeah, they've still got their javelins out, so they've still got a bit of power to use up. The crossbows there getting ready to rattle into some more people, though. Full fresh unit of Hiriet coming forward. These Sindar, there's only 12 of them left now. And they were really... I had a lot of my faith in the Sindar. So we'll have to see. This is a very bunched up position to have while there's still a... Okay, good. The ballista's out of ammunition. I was about to say that that's insanity when there's still a ballista in play, but the ballista is done. Wilbo might be just about finished, but this damn troll has come back. And with the help of the pikes, they might actually break through here. Which is crazy. There's not many Hiri Lang still remaining, but those Hiri Lang could surely still just wipe out Wilbo. He's good. He's still in this fight. He is still supporting his allies. Elder Council still with some ammo. They really need to unload on it now, though, because those Uruk-hai pikemen have sorted themselves out. I think... Oh, dear. The Elders of the Elven King have come forward, and that is the general of Tommy Wiseau, but I don't think Tommy Wiseau's got many men left. I think he is really just going all out for a final defense here, and he's not going to be... He's got no intention of coming home, basically. But I would probably think that his allies should be thinking about running back by now. Like, do they have anything waiting? They do. They do still have... They've got some forces that they pulled back. What is it? Elven King Palace Guard. Nice fresh Elven King Palace Guard. Some Elders of the Elven King. And then another unit. One more unit is... Oh, over here. And then another unit of Hiri Peng. Are they all unknown soldier? They are all unknown soldiers. So we'll see what he can do with that. He's going to need more support. The Vengeful One with his Elder Council there. Or, sorry, Elders of the Elven King. Are still around, as is that ballista. The doorbell rang. I think somebody else is going to get it. But if there is a quick jump cut, then you know that I've gone to answer the door. No. I think we're good. Somebody else is getting it. Hiri Peng here. Just trying to use up their ammunition while they're in this sort of scenario. I do wonder how much ammo the Uruk-hai still have, or the Isengard forces still have, because... A lot of their archer units have been decimated, but that just means that they go through their ammunition slower. So if they've still got a lot of crossbows remaining toward the end of this fight, which it clearly do still have some fully ammunition crossbows, it's going to be important to use those properly. Once the defenders do fall back to the proper Cardolan outpost, then that is it's a lot tougher to use your ammunition properly at that point. Stewed Balrog coming forward. Announcer's pretty happy with their chances here. 71 for 68. So I'm starting to feel better about their chances too, to be honest. Yeah, you have seen sort of as soon as Mirkwood did start to run out of ammunition, it got pretty messy. These Ents have started to die as well from the Vengeful One. Is there any AP around them? Not really, no. So they are... Oh, the Naz-hai. The Naz-hai will be chopping those Ents down. Bows of Emendwyr standing by, or well, running by there. As I say, they can get some good charging in if they're careful. Unless they've got to still worry about the Champions of the White Hand. What do we have running off here? Is it a routing unit? Yeah, it is. And over here, is this another routing unit, or is this just falling back? Nope, it's routing. You know, we just need to think about gathering up our forces and trying to make a break for the outpost at some point. Vengeful One's over here trying to support Tommy. As I say, just trying to kill off as many of these forces as they can, but pikes are tough to deal with. You know, if you can't shoot them down, if you can't surround them, then pikes will always get a good, will always be good value, especially when they're backed up by something like the Uruk-hai Berserkers. They're just not fun to deal with, especially not when the defenders are all out of ammunition. It looks like Wilbo has, he's still fighting on with his skirmishers. A few of these guards of Orthanc are running away. But yeah, all he's got are these skirmishers and the champions waiting in the back there. But they're, of course, MSQs. So it'd be nice if it looks like what Tommy is trying to do here is just charge on forward with his one Hirioth, one Greenwood Ranger, and two Hirioth there, and another one unit. Yeah, alright, so one Hirioth, two Hirioth, one Hiri Peng, and one Greenwood Ranger are just chasing away all of these archers and Snaga skirmishers, which I think is a good idea. That's pretty cool. That is the fellowship right there, just all of these individual units. Oh no, man down. Oh no, he's back up. Good stuff. We're over here playing Total War. Tommy's playing I don't know what game actually. But yeah, Tommy has actually sent his Greenwood... Whoa! He had 2 units of Greenwood Rangers? Okay, yeah, cool, cool. I can see that definitely being an effective use. Yeah, that's fair enough, actually. So they've come over to support this position, but I think they're probably just going to get javelin to death by those Snaga. The position is a struggle now that the pikes have properly set up. Yeah, all these forces are kind of just going to be getting sacrificed, and the Vengeful One's continuing to support this position. I don't know... Oh! I can see why, I guess, but I don't think I would do this. I think I would have probably fallen back by this point. But I think the reason he's wanting to just hold them in position here is just to try and use his ballista properly. Which if he's firing into this blob, or... Well, here is pretty good still. That's a nice long line of pikes killed. Then this could still be really good. That is another Uruk-hai general smashed open by that Warden of Amelon Lank. Definitely a worthy unit, I would say, to be killing a general. Elves of the Elven King, they've still got a few volleys. Probably not too much, but they've still got something. Hiri Peng standing by here. Firing up and over. As I say, the Hiri Peng can do that. It's not what you want them to do, and some of them definitely aren't. But I don't know, I'd probably be holding my ammunition right now. I'd probably get them back and get them on top of that outpost. As I say, I'm keen to fall back. But the boys are holding. They just want to get that ballista used up, I think. Oh, Champions of the White Hand pushed through. Interfered with that ballista. The Sindar are there. Hiri Peng, open fire. Elves of the Elven King. Looks like they gave them a quick volley, or they're about to. Champions lost 1 guy, though. And they might lose this other guy unless he decides to start running. Where's the rest of his unit? Oh, coming into the back of this force here. This could break it. There's quite a few of them left, actually. No, I don't think it'll break it. But no. Woodland Realm Patrol trying to just catch them while the Sindar really properly get them, but watch out. Oh, that was beautiful lack of friendly fire there, just firing over their shoulders. And that's the Champions of the White Hand breaking once again, and I suspect that's going to be them finished. That ballista is still racking up some good kills, as I say. Since the ballista's changes in this, I'm going to say recent patch. It's not recent or recent version, it's but I just mean, you know, the most recent. The ballista's really become a major power on the battlefield. What do we still have fighting over here? We've still got something red. Oh, he just broke. Come on. Oh, damn, that's a shame. Oh, well, he's surrounded by a lot of other broken units, so it's not the end of the world, but it would have been good if he could have just cut through these guys to make sure they didn't return to the fight. But it looks like poor Wilbo's got a few of them sort of glitched out there. How's this bridge gone? Looks like the Uruk-hai are finally moving up to help break it. The final reserves of Tommy holding out as best they can. They've done exceptionally well here, and they've really neutered this attack force from Pharaoh and Wilbo, but alongside Unknown Soldier, of course. But they're just about finished now. These Woodland Realm Axemen there's only 12 of them up against quite a few of these archers, and they'll push through and hopefully try and kill some Snaga. I think this is the unit that about half of them are stuck on that bridge. So hopefully it's not causing Wilbo too much trouble to give them movement orders. Still, defeat is certain over here. Defeat seems certain, I suppose. And that's the Wardens of Amelon Lank coming forward now. They really are holding this position with everything they've got. They're not leaving much in reserve. A lot of firepower from that ballista still. Breaking units. Breaking quite large units. That unit will come back, but while it's away, these poor pikemen have no support. So we can close the distance and start hacking our way through them, as the elves are doing right now. All the while, a lot of firepower is sort of being used up. I was going to say being wasted because of the positioning, but no, it's mostly hitting its mark. That ballista can't have too much more ammo left. He has been careful with it, but Elders the Elven King really getting some good shots on the front line there now. Poor Stu Balrog there. A lot of his pikes are going to be going down, and his Naz higher in sight too. These men getting thrown around. Oh, poor Warden of Amelon Lank took a friendly fire shot. Is he going to get back up? Yep, there he is. He's pulling himself up from the corpses and standing back, which is good to see. If these Wardens could push up through the flank and slam into their backs, I know that would expose them to a lot of rear fire, so it's probably not a good idea, but they could end up breaking something. What are we at? 82 for 88, so the the attackers have pulled ahead. These bridges are quiet at this point. Over here, there's maybe still some fighting. Yeah, just a few pikes remaining. When you're talking about these sorts of numbers, pikes are able to hold really quite nicely, and do what needs to be done. Those 6 Uruk-hai pikemen are probably going to be firing all game, and they're probably going to be getting some okay kills, to be honest. 6 elders of the Elven King still battling it out, so they're not going to be fun to deal with. Just trying to mess up the Snaga. If they can break them, okay, good. The Sindar are here. This is exactly what I was talking about. Just when things get chaotic, if you've got a cavalry unit that you can start mucking about with, you're golden. Now those Snaga might actually manage to kill this unit if they get off too much more fire against them, because they are definitely quite badly injured, and there's only 11 of them. So they take a few losses quite quickly. Who knows? They might end up breaking and running into an enemy unit. Greenwood Rangers still holding the line. As I say, they don't just have the Ranger skill, they've got Elven Ranger skill, so that's exceptional. And we're still just tearing shots through. But that is basically all the Hire units are wiped out from there. I say that. There's one Hire Lang. We've got so many just individual units today. That's pretty cool. And there are actually a few more of them dotted about there. But with this wave of fresh, full fodder, it might be Uruk-hai Raiders and Dunlending Clansmen, but they are totally healthy, totally fresh and ready for the fight. So that's not going to be fun to deal with. And they're just backing up these pikes and just flooding around the back lines now. So they will just be able to totally surround this force and break it and take it out. And looks like that Ballista's going to try and get one more shot. It's not going to make it. Nah, almost, because they were pulling back, but they're not going to make it. So the Ballista crew, Vengeful One's not going to just waste their lives for nothing. They're going to fall back. They would have an okay amount of kills, to be honest, fighting up against the Uruk-hai archers, in all honesty. But no, it's probably better to just have these 26 fodder inside the outpost, especially considering there's very little fodder to speak of back here. Everything that is back here is an elite unit, or a relatively elite unit, but and he's got a lot of entrances. He's got 1, 2, 3, possibly 4 entrances to hold here. So I don't think that this is really going to be the normal choke point fight that Cardolan Outpost often becomes in the ending stages, because there's just not enough defenders to hold the choke points. And the attackers have a lot of power remaining in their ranged units, whereas most of their infantry is gone, so they're not really, they're going to kind of want a choke point fight, so they can use their ranged units and their pikes. That's hard to say. Maybe they will try and just force it through just 1 or 2 choke points just to help them out with that. Not much over here. Elders the Elven King, they've suffered 1 casualty since we last saw them. The general's over here too. And there is actually one Hire Lang. Again, another just individual unit standing their ground here. It'd be nice to just break this unit of Snaga skirmishers, but I don't think it's going to happen. Uruk-hai crossbows coming forward, but Elders the Elven King are probably going to be able to hack their way through a lot of those 30 men. Maybe even break them, as Thranduil immediately just hacks through one. But nothing more left to defend that position. Moving my way on back here. I'm seeing, yep, Wilbo, now that those men have died, those Snaga have died, Wilbo is able to control these units that were glitched out. So it's kind of like he's got another fresh unit, or, well, definitely not fresh. And then there's this force too. Just going to hopefully have to use his javelins to assist his allies as best he can. MSQ's Ballista crew running off. But, yeah, we've got the Guards of Orthanc. Uruk-hai infantry there, some more fodder, crossbows there with ammunition, a full unit of pikes, a near enough full unit of Uruk-hai raiders. And these crossbows, oh gosh, just getting blasted. See, this is definitely a good position to be in. It's a tough choice. To shoot the crossbows or to shoot the pikemen. Ah, that is Thranduil fallen. So all of his hit points have been expended. So those Elder Council are probably not going to be too long for this world. They've taken them all the way down to 16 men though. But there's only 2 remaining. Where is the other? Oh, there he's over there. They feel pretty confident about their victory, to be honest, and I could see it happening. I could see it, yeah, because they're basically killing a man for every hit right now. He's dead. All right, he took a kick there. Yep, another one dead. It's kind of because of how spread out the crossbowmen are here, they're able to do this. Interesting. But these crossbows are standing by, and they will just get some point-blank shots into the backs of this force. So yeah, no, this is a smart move from Pharaoh. Just have 1 unit sacrifice itself while you take out these guys. Thranduil died because he launched himself into the center of that force. If they all stayed on the outskirts, Wilbo's actually coming over here to help out. I don't think I would do that. I think I would move over to the rest of my force, to the rest of the allies. But he's got this other unit to go and do that. But yeah, I don't know. I think that I would have personally saved my ammunition for the pikes instead of shooting the crossbowmen. I just don't think that you're going to break this unit of crossbows with the amount of ammunition you've got. Like, is that him done? No, he's not. Right, he's holding fire though. So he's definitely hurt this. Their damage per second is destroyed. But the problem I have with it is just that they're still going to use up all their ammunition. And they're coming into the elders now. Yeah, and that's going to hurt. I don't know why people aren't really spreading their men out. I guess it's very difficult to spread your men out on these walls, even if it is a small unit of 41 men. But yeah. Gets them all in a better shooting position anyway. And as I said at the start of this battle, Mirkwood's ability in a skirmish fight really relies more on the idea that I can kill you faster than you can kill me. But no, because it's that full unit of damn pikemen that is scaring the hell out of me. It's not so much like the range units. I just don't think you can do anything about that. I think you're going to get shot by those range units either way. 13 guards of Orthanc coming forward. You know, if they've still got 2 hit points each, that could definitely be something. But that's another full unit of Stagger skirmishers. We're not seeing any more red blips up here, so I think that what's left of the elders was taken out, and 5 of those crossbowmen remain from that fight. Is that actually? Or I think they might have wiped out that full unit. Yeah, I think that's probably the unit that came in to support them. So they did very, very well. Just tearing through heaps and heaps of those crossbowmen. But I don't know what happened to the Sindar and to the bows of Emenduir. Oh, that's a full unit, and that's high. Oh dear. That's pretty messy to see. That is very messy to see. Let me have a look at what we do have left in the defense. So these poor old Hiri Peng are kind of being given up as hey, shoot at me, which I think is unfortunately the best unit he's got to do that. I did see Elder Council though. They at least have a shield, so maybe I'd use them instead. Elder's the Elven King there from Vengeful One. And the Ballista crew. I know the Ballista crew could maybe stand in front of somebody and take some arrow fire. Don't really know what else they could be doing right now. Because, you know, apart from just killing off some Urukai archers, you know, they've really not got too much use on the field. Stewed Balrog is just coming forward. Why not? These 2 guys have actually managed to use up their ammunition. They were probably from a unit that expended all of its ammunition, then took a bunch of losses in melee, to be honest. I'm really surprised at the morale. You know, like, we've got so many just, like, these guys have 2 units left. So, you know, 23 is not too bad, but I guess it's just been so grindy. There's not really been much in the way of, like, morale shocks. It's been much more just little bit, you know, little nibble, taking them out. Yeah, it is a terrible shame, but Unknown Soldier is going to fall back now, actually. I don't know what I'd do in this scenario. As I say, like, this is why I'm not a very good defender. Just because I hate to just get shot at and not really be able to do anything about it. So I think, I don't know if the boys were if they spent a bit too much of their ammunition in the early stages. You know, I definitely think that you know, the defenders maybe expended a bit of ammo on Dunlending clansmen that they maybe shouldn't have, but you know, I don't think that would have drastically changed anything. Hey, there's the Sindar. Good, so they've managed to break that unit of Snaga. How many are there? There's 3, but each of those men is a Lancer. So they will not be, you know, they'll be able to do some good work, to be honest. They've broken these 2 Snaga from Wilbo. They've broken everything that was coming from those bridges. So the Vengeful One needs to just... Yeah, he can come in here and just mess up those archers. Those archers are targeting him, though. And it's just gonna... It's something that the attackers are gonna have to think about. Oh, dear. Nope, still 3 left. Sindar just do not like getting shot at. Their armor is not great, and they lack a shield. Oh, ouch, ouch. Yeah, quite a few hits there, but that should be that unit wiped out. Should be that unit wiped out. Should be that unit wiped out. It wasn't. I'm really surprised by that. Yeah, and they've actually managed to get a good few swings there, and they're still standing their ground. That's insane. 2 left. Come on, break. You're shaking. How are you still standing? That's insane. But yeah. Hopefully those Sindar are able to do something good for the attackers. Pharaoh's coming in the back here. There's some Hiri Peng standing in his way, who will definitely mince through whatever he's got. But what's hugging the wall there? Some routing Urukai crossbows. They probably... Yeah, it looks like they went face to face with a Hiri Peng. Looks like he actually had some ammo on those guys. The archers did end up getting entirely broken there, and the Sindar are falling back. But they took a lot of arrow fire there, and they took quite a lot of swings. So I don't know how much ammo how much health they've still got. So I would not be surprised if they're all basically down to just one hit point each at this point. Newbie one is coming forward. But, yep, good. He's got to leave something behind him. He can't, you know... And this is another reason that he can't just push all the choke points at once. It doesn't really look like the choke points are being held. Yeah, they've definitely not been held. Sorry about that. I should have seen that. The Nazhai are strolling on forward. Crossbows kind of just, you know, sending pot shots back at the defending forces. And just forcing them to retreat and retreat and retreat. But they can't just retreat all the way. Now, some of these buildings can actually be walked inside. So that'll be quite interesting if he's able to do some guerrilla tactics. Get some not Merkwendi, Mirkwoodian. Get some Mirkwood Viet Cong tactics going on here inside the city. But no, looks like he's just not wanting to go all the way back. These Elven King Palace Guard currently have their backs to the enemy. Now, he might just be able to find a nice arc with his crossbows. I don't know. It's such a little thing. But yeah, maybe something to consider. The Nazhai are there, and those crossbows are going to be able to start firing now. So, yeah, I don't know. Just focusing on something else. Who is that? That's the Vengeful One. So Vengeful One's also focusing on his Sindar right now, who are coming around here. And they have their eyes on these guys. It's just little bit by little bit, just routing off these units. So he lost a man. Probably a few guys took a bit of damage, but he's going to fall back. So you've got 2 choices here. You either need to start going on the aggressive, or you need to start shooting down these units. And I think they're going to start shooting down those units. There's only 3 of them there. There's 23 of them there, though. That's a lot of ammunition. If they use all of the Elders of the Elven King just pot-shotting down the enemy crossbowmen, oh, that could be a nice little shot if MSQ has a or somebody has a crossbowman there. But I think that's too far a range, to be honest. Oh, I was going to say the oh no, I think, yeah, the Sindar did deal with that. They're blooming fast, boys. They're just here, there, and everywhere right now. What is over here? Some pikes, to be honest. Oh no, not when they're showing up. But yeah, to be honest, even though they are pikemen, when you've got 3 pikemen like that, you can get away with a charge. I think. But I definitely do some dumb stuff with my pike. Well, with my cavalry when it comes to pikes sometimes. Like rear charging pikes and just being like, haha, oh no, shoot, half my cav are dead. But yeah, so maybe you shouldn't really trust me on that. Oh, they're coming in. Good stuff. They're thinking about it. They're coming and going. I don't know what's going on there. Yep. Sort of charging. Sort of not. He's getting out. I don't know what happened there. Bit of a weird one. But hey, Stewed Balrog sort of countercharged, and he got them closer so that the Elven King Palace Guard can mop him up. So, as I say, they've routed that unit. And with only 20, I don't know if they'll come back. Good, 19. Every man counts there. There's one bloody unit. What is it with this battle and having just individual infantrymen? Is he going to get a shot? It's very close range. What? Oh, I guess he was going for the Sindar. I was like... That was one of those memes when you've got bloody, like, XCOM and it's like 99% hit. Or it's like 2% hit and the guy's right in front of you. But, good stuff, yeah. Unloading right in the face of these Uruk-hai pikemen. Just making them disappear. That's definitely a smart plan. Because they are pretty messy. But it looks like Newbie 1 is just aware of that. And he feels confident enough with the rest of his forces. So he's kind of just having them lead the way as this blob. Ballista crew running forward here. Oh, okay. This could be cool. If the Ballista crew grabs their focus and then they get a rear charge, that could be what is needed. But if nothing else, the Ballista crew are launched right in there. Really close into their range. So, not great. Okay, good. That was a decent charge. But it didn't break them. So they need to get the hell out. I thought that might break them there. But once again, that just wasn't a very brutal charge. Yeah, so it looks like he's kind of going to leave that. Those Ballista crew are doing exceptionally well. I'm really proud of them. But back where the main sort of conflict is, the Palace Guard are going toe-to-toe with the some Nazhai mixed in with the Uruk-hai pikes. And they're having some good success. Elders of the Elven King swinging in from the side. What are we at this point? 89 for 95. But you've got to keep in mind the composition of the remaining forces here. These men are all out of ammunition. These Elders of the Elven King still do have some shots, though. Newbie 1 has appeared with a full unit of Nazhai. So I really do highly rate the Nazhai. I love them to pieces. But they're not fit to deal with the Elders of the Elven King. So, oh god. Sorry, of the Elven King Palace Guard. Definitely fit to deal with the Elders of the Elven King. Sorry about that. But yeah, good bit of shooting coming in. Just the swarm is arriving now. Where are those Sindar? Did the Sindar try? Oh no, they're still standing. But these pikes are coming in from the side there, so something needs to deal with that. Ballista crew ran away with 5 men. Elders look like... Yeah, no, they really need to focus on the nasty units there. That's just such a nuisance, those 24 men. You know, because they could just touch the back lines there, and there's nothing coming in to stop them. Hiri Peng, maybe? Just give them a quick shot to the back. Looks like that's what's coming in. But... I think no matter what, they're going to make contact, and the Elders of the Elven King are not going to like that. That is an Uruk-hai general. Don't know who it was, but as I say, a lot of these forces are sort of fodder tier. So losing a general like that, especially for the poor Uruk-hai raiders, that could be messy. Snag a skirmishers, I'm sure it's very upsetting to you. See, I'd volley fire the back of that with my Elders, because they're just going to mess up those back lines. I don't think... I know that the boys were focused on other things, but I think that wasn't something that they should have really let happen. But saying that, it's not really done too much damage. Yeah, maybe I'm overestimating how bad that is for them. And now that means that the Sindar can start running around here, grab the back of the skirmishers, and grab these crossbowmen. That's 2 units of crossbows. Holy crumbs. Fire arrows coming in from the Hiri Peng. So that's good. That's wavering. They are causing... If we get one mass rout, or if the defenders get one mass rout, that's it done. Any hope that they have is finished. These crossbows, Newbie 1 sees what's coming. He's just getting his crossbows ready to volley fire those Sindar. That's a general taken out. Let's see who that was. Definitely wasn't Tommy. It was Unknown Soldier who lost that general. But as I say, the quality of these men, they really should be standing till the very end. Hacking and slashing our way through there. Where did the crossbows go? I guess they decided not to. As I say, well, we might end up seeing a quick charge here up against the Uruk-hai crossbowman. It's coming in. Yep, that's quite a bit of damage there. Not like tremendous, but 5 guys down there, just coming in and out. Just if nothing else, it makes them turn around and use a volley. But Newbie 1 is definitely doing the best thing here. Just staying in guard mode. Just trying to ignore this. Because just having 2 of those Sindar is not really going to be able to kill them very quickly. You know, as I say, that was only really... There was only really 3 casualties there. Did we get a break? No, the Hiri Peng are out of ammunition. Ah, crumbs. But the Elders are back in the fight properly now. Those Uruk-hai pikemen are trying to organise themselves, and they will get it done. But over on this side, the poor Naz-hai, as I say, they're just not built to deal with this. But is that the full unit of... Well, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think that's all that... Oh! Okay, newbie 1. Very clever. Okay. The Elven King Palace Guard can deal with being surrounded like this, but when you've still got Naz-hai slamming you in the back, not really. So those another unit of Elders of the Elven King coming forward to come and deal with that. So they will be able to definitely even the scale a bit. But newbie 1 is seeing no point in just slamming my boys into there. Take this unit all the way around and then slam into the back again. And these, let's have a look at how that sort of looks on the mini map. Yeah, because it's just, yeah, you can see this is coming around and we're going to get a total surround in a minute. Elven King Palace Guard are losing this badly now. Because just that surround is allowing the boys to do a lot of work. Those two Sindar have unfortunately fallen. And that is still quite a sturdy unit of crossbowmen. Javelins coming in to the Elders of the Elven King. Dunlending Clansmen coming over here. And as I say, it's not going to do much damage to them. I don't know, a charge is always going to be painful. Oh, good counter swing there. Just lopping the head off of a Dunlending Clansman as he charged in. But no, I think that is it over. So we'll settle ourselves up here. Jeepers, that was a really good one, actually. What's this? Oh, that's another... that's a snag a skirmisher force coming in. Nice. Yeah. What do we end up with anyway? 93. Nice. Yeah, and it's 93. Like just about all the elites are dead. So yeah. I was a really big fan of that one. Yeah. I kept jumping back and forth. Really. I thought. I really thought for a lot of that the defenders had it. You know but I think that maybe they used up just a touch too much ammunition. And I was really scared at the start. I thought that the attackers had gone far too heavy into their ranged units. Which, of course, that's kind of what saved them. Now, the great thing about them all being Isengard is that we're going to be able to look through all of their kills. So, I'm not going to take as long as I normally would do to go through them. But, and what I'll do, what I'll do is I'll start it, and I'll just scroll slowly all the way down. I won't say anything, I'll just scroll down, so that if anybody just wants to look at what the kills were and then shut off the video, that's fine. But then I'll go right back to the top and I'll kind of like have a quick chat about each thing. But definitely nowhere near as long as I normally do, because these are 5 armies that I'm having to get through. But yeah, so I think maybe the defenders used up a touch too much ammo there, and yeah, maybe kind of... Like, I was going to say they maybe focused too much on shooting the ranged units. But at the same time, I just said that the ranged units were the major threat. So, like, this is why I'm a bad defender. But yeah, so let's jump into that, as I say. So I won't say anything for a minute, and I'll just kind of scroll down slowly. Newbie 1. MSQ. Welbo. And Pharaoh. Nice. Cool. Back up. So, Stewed Balrog over on the far side. His Naz-hai came in. Not racking up too many kills, but, you know, we know why that was. They were definitely going up against some pretty nasty boys. Uruk-hai Berserkers. The issue with taking Berserkers to a Mirkwood fight is, of course, a lot of arrows coming at you. Trolls the White Hand, not really getting too many kills, but, yeah, the Trolls, I think, were used pretty well in this game, but they definitely didn't rack up that amazing kill count you can sometimes see from them, but they were countered very well, as they usually are. Uruk-hai Archers there, 61 kills is very impressive from them in my mind, but everybody else was just taking up fire. It was the crossbows that really did a lot better. 71, because you got 71, that's dead elves right there. Uruk-hai Infantry, yeah, like when you're just up against very skilled units as you were, that's what you kind of are going to be expecting as well from the pikes. The Raiders came in at the end and kind of did... I was surprised that the Raiders were saved. That was kind of a cool plan. And then the Dunlending Clansmen didn't really... yeah, they actually lost a lot of casualties there, but that's their duty. Newbie 1 turning up. Again, same... Oh no, almost same amount of kills from his Naz-hai. Trolls the White Hand, a lot more kills from him. Urukai Archer's kind of the same story. Very nice from that pikeman. Jeepers sake, that's substantial. But as I say, I was kind of expecting pikes to be a big powerhouse in this game. Berserkers, unfortunate. Like, as I say, I think I would have personally refrained from bringing the Berserkers, just because, but they're locked morale at the end of the day, so they are nice just throw in the front lines. They are going to hold for a long time, until every one of them's dead. But morale was not a problem today, it seemed. Champions of the White Hand there. Glad that somebody did. I'm surprised that it was only one unit, to be honest, because if I was on this, I would have definitely taken a unit of wargs, just to be safe. But, because Cardolan outposts, you can really be punished. And I think if the defenders were a little bit more careful with their cavalry in the earlier stages, they could have really messed people up. Or even in like the mid stages. It was the end where the cavalry could have been really, really powerful. Poor Dunlending Clansmen there, 3-1-1. They were just shot to pieces, I suspect. 149 of them healed, which sometimes means, I'm not sure, but it sometimes means that they were shot at. So yeah, they were killed by pew-pews. Nas High there, 98 is pretty impressive from them. The Guards of Orthanc actually did really quite well. So, you know, nuts to me, I guess. Isengard Ballista, 141 kills. You can be very impressed with that. Poor 9-9 for the Dunlending veterans, but they were the first wave. So, Wilbo there fighting pretty damn nicely on the bridges. Oh, he had some Champions of the White Hand too. Actually, I didn't spot his. But yeah, unfortunately, they must have just gotten shot to pieces. Or hopefully they didn't go up on some stakes, but I think they were probably just shot to pieces. I would have been targeting them like crazy. Put his general in with the Guards of Orthanc, which is a cool idea. I like that. Trolls the White Hand. Well, issue with that is, of course, Shield Wall. So I wouldn't do that myself, but it's narratively, it's a nice place to put a general. Trolls the White Hand there, 80 kills from his trolls. So that's quite good. Urukai Infantry. Snag of Skirmishers were a real powerhouse from him. Unfortunately, 17. Some of them were just mopped up by the Sindar, of course. Would have been nice if he had his champions just to kill those guys. And Clansmen, hey, doing okay. Same with his pikemen, but they were just, of course, getting shot to pieces. Nas High, once again, you're always going to get sort of a positive from them. Berserkers actually did quite well. They must have sort of avoided shooting for a while. Trolls of the White Hand, good stuff. Skirmishers, nice. Crossbows, oh, 146 from those crossbows, that's great. And then infantry battle line, 56, nice. But no, all in all, very cool. I like sort of organized battles like that. It's good to go through everybody's kills, and it's just nice to see it. All in all, what are we looking at for the oh yeah, so we'll start at the top. Yeah, the issue with it, everybody being the same army, I really did have a lot of trouble deciphering what everybody was doing, so I won't really be able to go through and give a summary as well as I kind of usually do, or like to think I usually do. But of course it was Stewed, generally Newbie 1, Stewed, and MSQ coming across the land bridge, Wilbo and Pharaoh each taking a bridge. So it was nicely divided up, and people were supporting each other. That was a great thing to see. You know, people weren't just sticking to their side forever. You know, if somebody had a good opportunity, they were taking it. So that was good to see, good teamwork there. Good old Tommy stood his ground very well up there. Didn't buckle, didn't retreat at all. You can kind of say that for all the Mirkwood guys, but I'm sure everybody would kind of be thinking, like, what would happen if, say, unknown soldiers, elites were on the front line, or instead of falling back, or what would happen if people fell back earlier? We just would never know, I think. I will do some thinking about it, but yeah, I couldn't really be too sure. But yeah, thank you very much, guys. See you later.